So Soul Simmers, I wanted to do a quick walkthrough on how to complete the Lost Legacies event. For those of you who don't know, the Lost Legacies event started on February 3rd after a new patch came out to the base game, which added flared staircases and upgraded the family tree system. So this is kind of going in conjunction with the upcoming expansion pack Royalty and Legacy. It seems like the Sims team loves to do events right before a major expansion pack comes out. So this one is focused on, as you guessed, Royalty and Legacy. So for week 1, there are several things that you can claim, including the luxurious morning robes, the heirloom easel of the Durong family, and the antique curio display table. So it's actually a pretty cool quest. This one you get some objects just for logging in, and then some objects you have to complete quest in game. So something I did want to point out is some of the objects you have to have certain expansion packs to actually use the reward. So for example, the Guttering Fairy Tale Gown is a pack exclusive to those who own Enchanted by Nature. So that's the Fairies expansion pack, which was the expansion pack before this one. So it's a little unfair for those of you who don't have Enchanted by Nature, that even if you unlock the reward, you won't actually have it in your game. I'm not quite sure why they've done that this time around when they've never done that in any previous event, but I digress. So for the first part of the challenge, the first task is called the Arrival. So you have the first part of it, you have to watch the news, which is easy. Just make sure you have a television in your home lot so that you can do that. If not, you can always buy one quickly. The second task is to meet the envoy. So it's a NPC sim that just comes to the door and gives you some sort of lore, which I'm going to let you read through on your own. The third part is to make a painting, which is easy enough. Even though my sim does not have any of the painting skill, I did use a new easel that was unlocked from the event, and it actually has a nice feel, very deep wood color, and let her do the easel. And then the fourth task on this quest is to express feelings about art. It gave me a different kind of pop-up that I actually was surprised by. Normally we don't really get pop-ups like this, but it says expressing feelings about art. You could say that it lacks emotion, but that's how it was intended. You can say it's always touching the soul, or some feelings cannot be expressed in words. And depending on what you press, you either get simoleon, satisfaction points, or an inspired potion. I don't think we've had that in an event before, but correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, because I don't recall. So that was a pretty easy quest. Only have 4 tasks, and then you can redeem the key and some satisfaction points. And then the next task requires you to do a little bit of traveling. So you're going to take your sim to the Willow Creek Library, which is fine. And then you will talk to the envoy about the library. She'll tell you to do some research on the Durong family. You'll have to hack into one of the computers at the library really quickly, and then ask another sim, which there's tons of NPC running around the library, so you can just pick one to ask them about the Durong family. You'll do some research by searching on a bookshelf, and then you'll travel back home. So pretty simple. Overall, I don't think it was too complicated. It maybe took me 10 minutes in real life to complete. And then you can, once you've completed the second quest, you can redeem the Draped Memorial Display Table. And again, it's one of these pack exclusive objects. So even though you've completed the event, if you don't own Life and Death expansion pack, you actually won't be able to use it. Again, a little bit disappointing for those of us who don't own everything. I mean, The Sims has over $1,000 worth of DLC, so it's possible that you don't own every pack. Not sure why EA is choosing this way for the rewards. And then the luxurious morning robes. But let me know in the comments below, how do you feel about these pack exclusive rewards?